Hey guys, Wednesday's lunch I'm going to make stuffed peppers. What I have here is I have ground beef that I browned up the other day, and I browned it up with some onion and some garlic. It is 2 pounds. So I'm making stuffed peppers for tonight, and I'm also going to make a freezer meal out of it. I also added in a two tiny little chopped tomatoes. They were this size. I mean, they're super tiny. And a little bit of just regular tomato sauce, almost a whole can. So I think I'm actually going to add the whole can. Yeah, so the whole can is 15 ounces of tomato sauce. And I just have that like medium-low simmering. In the back there, I have a big pot of water that I am bringing to a boil. And once that comes to a boil, I'm going to start getting my pepper soft. Now, while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to get my peppers ready. So I'm going to grab my peppers. Ariel. Alright, so I have a range of different sizes of peppers. And I've been wanting to do this meal for about a week now, so my peppers are starting to get a little soft. They're still good, but they definitely need cooked absolutely today. As you can tell, when a pepper starts to get a little bit soft, they start to get a little wrinkly, if you guys can tell how it starts to wrinkle a little bit. So I definitely need done. Where's my nail? Killing me. Alright. So, alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I prep my peppers. I'm just wiping my board off. I cut a tomato on it. It was really juicy. So I'm just going to show you one pepper. I'm going to do the rest off of camera just because I'm watching the show. I'm watching Simply, I think it's Jenna. Not sure what her name is. But just take a note. I should have grabbed a paring knife. That was kind of dumb. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Take a knife and just go around and get your little core out. Of course, I never placed my tripod in good. Okay, if you guys can see, super core out. See all those seeds and membranes? Get them out. You don't want to eat that. It's not tasty. So I'm just cutting the top off and doing it. I'm on the lazy side today. So, just like I said, just get all your membranes out. This doesn't have to be perfect. This is not like a jalapeno where jalapenos are spicy and you don't want to eat the seeds. This does not have to be perfect. This is just where the seeds are kind of tougher and harder to eat in a bell pepper. So once you get it all cleaned out, this is going to be your bowl for your stuffed peppers. This is my version of stuffed peppers. This is definitely not traditional stuffed peppers. This is just a kind of bell pepper filling that I like. Traditional stuffed peppers be stuffed with raw meat and raw rice usually. So here's my pepper cleaned out. And I'm not even going to rinse or anything just because the seeds are just going to fall in the boiling water. Drop it in boiling water. That's it. So I'm just going to keep doing my peppers. I'm going to let them go until you stab them with a fork and they're completely tender. That's how I like them. You cook them to your liking. So, let me turn my video off. I'm watching Mississippi Glam. Alright, my tablet. So, I got some peppers boiled already, if you guys can see. Can you see? Kind of a little bit over there. There's some peppers. Thank you, Mama. And now my sauce for my meat and stuff has been boiling a little bit, simmering away. So I'm going to go ahead and spice it up since I got all my peppers cut and done. Bring out my little handy spice thing. I'm going to add in a little bit of parsley just because parsley makes everything fresh and tasty. onion powder. Lena, what's the matter, Mama? And then I'm actually going to add garlic salt. What? What? Ariel, go tell her be nice. Ariel, be nice. And then I'm adding in garlic salt. The reason I'm adding in garlic salt is I'm actually low on salt. And I use Himalayan pink salt. And I went to Walmart today. And it's super freaking expensive there. I'm not buying it there. So, yeah. So I'm going to pick up some salt. Then I'm also going to add in some pepper. And then I am going to add in regular salt. Like I said, I don't have that much. Oh, yeah, I'm completely almost out of salt. I have sea salt, but that's it. That's more of like a finishing salt, which sucks. You might have to go borrow some salt from the neighbors. Then I'm going to add in some smoked paprika. It has a really good flavor. A couple good dashes, maybe a fourth of a teaspoon of that. Tiny dash of ground cumin. When I say tiny, I mean tiny. Oh, I forgot. My jar is new. Gotta pop that top off. I got these at Aldi's, actually. Aldi's so freaking awesome. I know a lot of people have like a problem with Aldi's, and I think it's kind of like cheaper food and all that stuff. Like, you really need to check out Aldi's. If you haven't gone to Aldi's, it's such a difference. Now, Save-A-Lot, I think Save-A-Lot is one of them stores that they have really cheap macaroni and cheese and meat. It's okay for some stuff, but that's Pika, Mama. Go put it back. So that was a tiny dash of cumin. Oh, I just made a mess. I'm not the biggest fan of cumin. That's why I put a dash of it in. But feel free to use however much or little that you like. And then add beef broth if you have it. I don't have any. All I have is Knorr chicken broth seasoning. So I'm going to add in some of that. I have about a teaspoon left. I would add about a fourth of a cup of chicken broth. Go put it in the fridge and close it. No. And then I'm just going to add in a little bit of water. Once again, hot water. If you're cooking already, your pan is hot, add hot. Just using hot tap water. Once again, fourth of a cup. Hey! Get out of that, Lena. Lena is eating crap in the fridge. Alright. And this is my mixture. Every time I make these peppers, I make them different. Sometimes I make like a picadillo with diced potatoes in it. Sometimes I make it really dry. You can add black beans and corn to this. Instead of the tomato sauce, you could add a salsa and serve with some Mexican rice. Very, very simple, easy weekday meal and freezer meal. So I'm just going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm actually going to taste it and see if it tastes good. I have them on the ball with the seasoning. My peppers are almost done. I'm going to get them out. And all I do is I take them out and I flip them upside down. Like I said, I just boil them just until they're soft. If you guys can see my knife poked really easy. Just so they're soft. A good 3-4 minutes. That's all I do. So yeah, I'm just going to get this simmering. And I'm going to get my pan out for my broccoli and my mashed potatoes. Alright, so I tasted my filling. My filling's really good. So I'm actually going to start prepping some of these. This is just a little tiny, I have no idea what size it is, rectangular foil pan. I'm actually going to show you some of these ones. The only difference is I'm not going to put cheese in these ones. Woo! Hot. Hot. Freaking hot. Like I said, I'm not going to put cheese in any of these ones just because I don't want to. And I'm making 4 tonight just because Francisco's probably going to take one to work tomorrow. But, yeah. Oh, actually, I'm going to switch it because this one has a hole. I'm going to make... Oh, that one has a hole too. I think they all have a freaking hole. Go figure. Just do this. Okay. So I'm going to do just 3 in this pan because Francisco's going to stop working where he works, where he won't need to eat so much. So I need it packed for him. So I got 4 over there. And all you do is you just stuff it. Hopefully you guys can see it good. Just take your filling and you stuff. Now this will squash down. Like I said, I'm not topping these ones with cheese. I'm just going to show you how I fill them. And I also have another pot of water. All I did was rinse that pot out pretty good. And then I'm boiling some more clean water in it. And I'm just going to put some broccoli in it. I'm just going to make some butter broccoli to go along with this. And I have a box of Velveeta cheese mashed potatoes. It's going to go along with this. Now, cheese-wise, you can put whatever kind of cheese is your favorite. I like Monterey Jack. You can definitely use pepper jack. I tasted this. This kind of tastes like more of like kind of like a marinara sauce. Like I said, you can go any way with this stuff. You can put beans and corn to make this Mexican. You can do anything. So that's it. This is all you do for your freezer one. And then you just set this aside, let this cool, wrap this in some plastic wrap. And then after the plastic wrap, wrap it in foil, date it, label it. This will go in the oven if it's frozen for about an hour, if it's thawed about 30 minutes. And before you put it in the oven, make sure you put cheese on it. What, Mama? Oh, Lena! Alright, sorry. Rosalina. Being a nerd. Alright, now, tap these. Like I said, whatever kind of cheeses you want. Cheese that I'm using is cheese that I have left over in the fridge. I have a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese. Or no, just, yeah, Monterey Jack, not pepper jack. I'm just going to show you this up. This is a little tiny bit. And then I also have some other cheese that actually I have no idea what it is. I think it's mozzarella. Mozzarella cheese. So I have Monterey Jack mozzarella. And then I also have a little tiny chunk, what will go cook, of super sharp cheddar. So, I mean, if you can see, this is not a lot of cheese. These are just my little chunkies that are left over. Now I'm going to do is shred these up, mix them up together so they're even, and then sprinkle them over my peppers, pop my peppers in the oven for a good 20 minutes or so, just until they get nice and bubbly. The cheese is melty and golden. These are fully cooked. Remember, the pepper we boiled, the meat is cooked. So I'm going to keep doing this. My broccoli is done boiling, so I'm going to take that out, put it just with some butter, salt and pepper, and that's it. And then I'm just going to make my box mashed potatoes. And I'll show you guys tonight's plate. Alright, so here's the finished project. Here's the Velveeta potatoes, and then just the broccoli, and then here is the stuffed pepper, nice and cheesy. I'm just going to cut it so you guys can see what it looks like. And this is tender. I mean, you cut this with a knife. So you guys can see in here, there's all of the juice. There's the nice sauce. Give it back to Lena. And then there's the cheese all melted. Looks really good. That is what it's for dinner. Thursday night dinner. Tonight I kind of don't feel good. I have like a sore throat. So, yeah, so I'm just keeping it really simple. I'm just making this yellow rice. I got this at, I don't know where. Maybe Walmart, Dollar Tree, somewhere. I know they usually have it everywhere. So you just follow the package directions, really easy. You just boil it, blah, blah, blah. It's back there cooking. And I also have spray paint on my hands, if you guys can see. It won't come off. I just got done spray painting my coffee table. So yeah. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to make a shrimp casserole thing. It is a recipe from Mexican Made Easy. I think it was called like shrimp, I don't remember, shrimp casserole or something. So I'm just going to saute up some mushrooms, and she just sautés up some mushrooms, poblanos, garlic, and then puts it in with some shrimp that you dredge in flour, and that's it. And then you eat it probably with tortillas. So I'm going to make that. I don't have a lot of mushrooms, but I think it'll be okay because the other person's going to eat mushrooms. I'm not a big shrimp person. Sometimes I like it, so I'm going to try it. I mean, if I like it, I'll eat it. If not, I will eat something else. So that's why I'm not really, like, too worried about not having enough mushrooms. Because I know, I mean, Rosalina will probably eat mushrooms, but Ariel will just eat the shrimp. So I'm still going to make a whole bag of shrimp. Speaking of shrimp, I need to get that defrosted. I'm just using raw medium shrimp. I saw them, I think it was like $6. Just raw, medium, peel, devein, tail on shrimp. I'm just following the package directions on how to thaw it. And see, I also save my stems because I don't mind the mushroom stems. Like when I made stuffed mushrooms. Hey! Stop! It says just place frozen shrimp into a strainer, rinse with cold running water. So, that is pretty simple. So I'm going to let those go. And I'm also going to grab my poblanos. What, Lena? The poblanos are frozen. The way I do my poblanos is all I do is I roast them in under the broiler, so I have electric stove, and then I put them on parchment paper to freeze flat after I peel them and seed them. So that's what they look like. So I'm just going to let them thaw a little bit over here. One still has a plastic on it. I'll just get one sauce. I'm just going to let it thaw over here while my mushrooms are cooking. And then, well, actually, I think I'm going to pop them in the microwave from this just to get this going because I don't want it to take forever. And I'm going to hold off salting your mushrooms. If you salt your mushrooms, then your mushrooms don't get any color on them because the salt draws out the liquid. So I'm just going to let these saute for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to throw the garlic in, and then I'll throw my poblanos in. My poblanos I'm just going to cut in strips, and I'm also going to chop 2 cloves of garlic and put them in as well while my shrimp is going. And then once this is all sauteed up, I'm going to put it in a bowl, set it aside. I'll show you how I'm going to bread the shrimp. Alright, so I also added a zucchini in just because it sounded good. Alright, so you just take this out, same pan. Again, that has the zucchini, the mushrooms, the poblanos, salt, pepper, all that good stuff, garlic. Now I'm just going to take a tablespoon of butter, put in my pan, and I'm going to turn my pan up to medium. And really simple.
Mommy, I can't find my pepper.
They're over there. I'm going to
I didn't see them.
take my shrimp, take a handful over here. I'm going to take the tail and pull off. If yours come already detailed, then obviously you don't need to do this. And I forgot to season my flour.
This paper?
Right. Yep. Alright, salt. Good amount of salt. Pepper. spread them out. This is seasoning flour, so seasoning flour. I just want to dash cumin, dash of paprika until I get my regular paprika. So my smoked paprika is right here. There we go. Can't believe I forgot to do that. So stir around my butter. If you guys can hear it sizzling, it is ready. Turn it down a little bit to medium. Now, as you guys know, shrimp only takes a minute. Stop it! So, once again, take your little shrimpy, dust them off as much as you can, lay them flat in your butter. And that is it for your shrimps. Cook them till they're done, till they're pink, probably a couple minutes per side. You don't want to go too long with them because we're also going to cook our veggies back in with the shrimp. We're going to make a sauce with them. So I'm just going to keep breading these. And once these are all pink, I'm going to slide them into a bowl. And then I'll show you how we make our sauce for the shrimp. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see how our shrimp look after a couple minutes. They're nice and toasty and pink. Like I said, these are going to continue to cook for a couple minutes. So I'm taking them out now. They're pretty much done. They just have that nice little tiny bit of a crispy breading. Now in this pan, I'm going to add in a little more butter. This is going to build our sauce. I don't really remember how she made it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm adding a little bit of butter, a little bit of chicken stock. This is just the Knorr seasoning. So I don't have any chicken broth. I know that she used white wine. You know, I got these thick sauce bottom pan, but I don't drink wine. So I never cooked with wine, so I don't have any wine. So I'm just using butter and chicken broth. And I'm going to let this boil and let all of these bits loosen for a couple minutes. And then our last ingredient that we're going to add is corn. It's frozen kernel corn. So once this boils, this will thicken a little bit too because of the flour. I'll probably add about half a cup of chicken broth. This will thicken a little bit too because of the flour. So once this comes to a boil, then I'm going to add all our veggies back in. And then I'm going to add our corn, let it cook for a good 2-3 minutes, and then I'm going to add our shrimp. So I'm just going to leave you guys with me while I do this. Meantime, every time you make rice, you want to fluff it with a fork. That's how you separate your rice. That's how you always end up with fluffy rice. So, let's separate my rice, let it cool down a couple minutes for the girls to eat. You guys can see it is to a boil. Stop turning. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see. I know the smoke or the steam is pretty crazy. I'm just going to add all my veggies in. And then I'm going to add some corn. I have just regular frozen corn. I have organic super sweet corn. Whoa. From Trader Joe's. You guys can save up whatever. You guys know what corn looks like. Just adding like a half a cup. And again, let this corn thaw. Corn only takes a couple minutes in a pan. cheese. So I'm just going to let this cook for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Let it come back to a boil for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm add my shrimp in, let it cook for 1 minute, and then I'm going to plate up. Today is Sunday. Tonight's dinner is just some dirty rice with ground turkey, and I melted a little bit of cheddar cheese in it and mixed it. And then just a corn muffin. I just followed the mix, and then I accidentally added too much water or milk, so I added a little more. So I just added some cheddar cheese to it and some corn kernels. You can see a couple there, and then I just melted a little bit of butter inside. That is what our dinner is tonight.